That's something jammed in here real good. Were you in a cruiser or...
You're my only hope.
What's this?
What is what? He asked you a question. What is that? Oh, he says it's nothing, sir. Merely a malfunction. Old data. Pay it no mind.
Who is she? She's beautiful.
Help me, Obi Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I'm afraid I'm not quite sure, sir. I think she was a passenger on our last voyage. A person of some importance, I believe. Our captain was attached
Is there
to...
more to this recording?
Behave yourself, R2. You're going to get us into trouble. It's all right. You can trust him. He's our new master. He says he's the property of an Obi Wan Kenobi, a resident of these parts, and it's a private message for him. Quite frankly, sir, I don't know what he's talking about. Our last master was Captain Antilles, but with all we've been through, this little R2 unit has become a bit eccentric.
Obi Wan Kenobi. I wonder if he means old Ben.
I beg your pardon, sir, but do you know what he's talking about?
Well, I don't know anyone named Obi Wan, but old Ben lives out beyond the Dune Sea. He's kind of a strange old hermit. I wonder if where she is. Sounds like she's in trouble. I'd better play back the whole thing.
He says the restraining bolt has short-circuited his recording system. He suggests that if you remove the bolt, he might be able to play back the entire recording.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess you're too small to run away on me if I take this off. Okay. There you go. Wait a minute. Where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message.
What message? The one you've just been playing. The one you're carrying inside your rusty innards.
Luke? Luke? Alright, I'll be right there, Emperor.
I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter.
Well, see what you do with him. I'll be right back.
Just you reconsider playing that message for him. No, I don't think he likes you at all. No, I don't like you either.
R2.
What?
Am not.
R2.
R2-D2. Right. Oh, hey. Welcome to Epic Poetic. Hi. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Today, we're going to feature R2-D2, one of my favorite action figures, one of my favorite characters in the whole Star Wars universe. What do we like about R2 as a character? Let's talk about.
R2 is sassy.
He's a sassy.
He has a mind of his own.
Yes.
He to be a droid, he's plucky and he does his own thing.
C-3PO can't be trusted.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I mean, C-3PO is too much. He's kind of
he's a worry wart.
Yeah. And he like in the scene in Return of the Jedi where he says it's against my programming to impersonate today. You can't depend on C-3PO when push comes to shove. R2 will get you out of a mess.
A C-3PO would snitch on you.
Yes. It would. It just wouldn't be proper. Right?
No, but yes, we love C-3PO. He is sassy.
We love R2-D2 too.
R2-D2. Yeah.
He's
We
sassy.
love R2-D2. He's sassy. He's fun. I love him because he can get across so much emotion and dialogue when all he does is beat the boop. You know, he doesn't have any lines, but you know exactly what.
You know, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Ben Burtt is a genius. R2-D2 is one of my favorites, and I think one of the things that makes me really like him is we talk about movie accuracy and how the vintage toys weren't as accurate as modern toys, and R2-D2 is one of the examples where it's not quite so accurate. The dome features aren't. It doesn't quite look like it does in the movie, and everything on his body is a sticker.
Yeah, it's a sticker. And then
But, whereas you might think that's like a negative, I think that's part of the charm.
yeah, it's part of the charm. I mean, like, he looks sort of like cute and like bright and colorful and like sort of like a pastelish color with a sticker. And then now in the modern days, it's like detailed and it just looks like just the normal R2-D2.
Yeah,
this one
and
is like so cute though.
I'm the one that usually mentions I like them because they look like they do in the movie, you know, but I agree, for this one, I do like that it doesn't quite look like in the movie. It's more simple, it's more fun.
You could tell who it is.
Exactly. Yes, you can tell exactly who it is.
There's no mistaking who this is, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you couldn't recognize it. Yeah, it's
Even
R2.
if you've never seen Star Wars, you know who R2-D2 is. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to be really delicate with this R2-D2 because part of the drawback to these toys being so old is anything that's white, stickers, and plastic that turns to yellow over time, and when these things
That's what
are
plastic
40
does.
years old, I mean, some of them.
The oils on your fingers and gunk on your fingers,
it's
right?
some people say light, the UV light, and some people say handling. I think that there's arguments to be made for both, especially since you can see examples that are mint on card that are also yellowed. But then again, Michael French from Retro Blasting, which is a great channel, you guys should check it out if you haven't already.
We love them.
Subscribe.
Mike and Melinda are really great. Basically, he and his brother had identical toys, and one of them was played with and one wasn't. But they were kept out of the light. One yellowed and one didn't. So who knows? This R2-D2. So one of his features is that he clicks.
Clicks his head.
Yeah. If you, I'll do it just a little bit here. I don't like to handle this one too much,
It's
but
sort of like,
we'll talk
makes
about
me
it.
nervous whenever I do it.
I don't want to touch it
It's gonna
either.
break.
Oh, this one's very stiff. You know what? Let me show you with a different R2. We have a couple here. I'm going to swap this R2 out just because this one I want to keep nice. See, he's a really nice
It's like
example.
really shiny.
So
Nice.
here's my R2 that I don't really mind handling too much because his sticker's already a little bit worn, and so it's okay to play with it. And then some of the chrome has come off the dome. Yeah, just a little bit. He's still pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you listen, he has a clicker inside, and if you twist the head.
It's like little spokes, and then there's like this thing like against the spokes, and it's making this clicking noise.
Wouldn't it have to be so much fun if you were a kid to give it a little bit extra other than it just being the figure? There's kind of this cool feature to it.
Yeah.
Even though it's very simple, there's this kind of cool feature. His head moves and it makes these little clicks, you know?
Yeah. I talk about the early bird package a lot, and that that's because the first 4 figures that we're featuring are the first 4 figures that were in the early bird package. On the package, it described R2-D2 as when you turn his head, that you can hear his click click computer language.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's what that was meant to be. So you could do this, and then when 3PO came out later, you could interpret. It's just.
But I like it. It gives it kind of an extra feature that's fun, and it's good for playtime.
And his legs move too. And when I was little, I would play, and R2-D2 could also be a cannon. So you can.
And kids are so creative.
Yeah, right.
They think of stuff like that.
See, I couldn't have thought of that now.
Yeah.
I thought of that when I was little.
Yeah, so, but there is an R2-D2 from the Droid Factory.
Right.
That has the option to add a third
Yeah,
leg.
there's a third leg.
But
Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, let's show that one.
So the Droid Factory R2-D2, he wasn't really a figure unto himself.
It's got his little third leg there.
But what was the Kinder Droid Factory?
So it was a thing where you could create your own droids, and also there's the option to add a third leg onto the R2.
Came with an R2-D2 that you could put
Where
together.
you could put together just for fun, and you could have another R2 to play with.
Essentially, it had all these robot parts that you could
Yeah.
combine together in all sorts of ways, and one of the figures that you could make was R2-D2 with a third leg. If you look at this one, I don't really mind, since this is kind of how it was made to be.
It's kind of like Legos.
You can
so mix and
you
match,
take him
and
apart, and he's got all these little parts. It came with these little rubber. Yeah, these parts are made out of rubber,
Oh, yeah.
and they're so hard to find now. But this is like what an R2-D2 Droid Factory looks like, completely disassembled. And
So when you got the Droid Factory and you opened it up, it would just be
It would
little
have like
pieces.
those little pieces.
and more too. We feature some of these.
Also,
You'll see
there's-
some later in the video.
Yeah.
We use a Droid Factory to stand in as a Sandcrawler, so you'll see what some of those parts look like. But
There's also
essentially,
crane that puts together.
you could.
Yeah.
It was really. Camera was really
It's
great
really
with
fun.
imaginative toys this way.
It's
So
really
you could
fun.
put these parts together in whatever way that you wanted. But now these days people want to use these parts to get the R2-D2.
With the third leg.
Yeah, because it's the only way that you could do that in the video song.
I really like it better with 2 legs, and I admit.
Yeah, it's like better for playing.
Yeah, I admit I'm the one who likes the movie accurate, but I'm gonna prefer it with the 2 legs. It's almost too many legs.
You know, I've often wondered before I laid my hands on this Droid Factory R2, could you just get the 3rd leg? Why can't you get the 3rd leg and just
stick it up the
put it
regular
into
R2?
a regular R2?
Yeah.
But you can't, because the way that the regular R2 is made, he has a screw that holds them together there. Probably can't see it. I'm going to try my best to show. That little rubber connector that I showed you is what holds the Droid Factory when in place, so there's no screw. So you can't, it only goes this far up, and that's as good as you can do. Sometimes we talk about variations in the action figures. There is one obvious variation that you can see, and that is the early bird one.
Early bird one is like darker color than this one. This
It
one's
is.
like more of like a lighter blue. The dome.
The dome color is really
The dome is like it's a really big difference.
It's a dark blue. Let's look at
It's
one.
kind of like a cobalt blue.
So this one came out of an early bird set for sure.
Very nice.
Yeah, and you can see the how much of a darker color the blue features on the dome are.
It's like more
The
sapphire.
sticker's different too, but I'm not convinced that the sticker differences are early bird versus non-early bird. And really, to tell the truth, I have to say that it's, even though people call the dark blue R2 the early bird R2, because when you got the early bird set, it did come with the dark blue, and it didn't exclusively come that way. You could buy an early R2-D2 on the card, and it would have the dark blue. And there are some others in Kinder bags for whatever reason that you might see them. But anyway, you can see what that looks like here. The blue here on the dome for the regular R2 is much.
Which one I like better, you know? I almost like the lighter colored one better, you know?
I think they're both good. Like
I feel like the dark blue maybe is too blue, but then that looks more like the movie, so it's kind of the same. Remember I talked about I like them to look like they do in the movie, but for R2-D2, maybe not quite as much. You know?
I'm a little bit biased because this is a difference that I wasn't aware of growing up, and so later in life I became aware. Oh, there's a dark blue R2 that comes with the early bird set. So of course, now that I'm armed with this new information, it's something new that I know about Star Wars toys. I'm gonna say I like the dark blue better, but I understand why that is, and maybe as more years go by, I won't really have a preference. I think it's cool that there is a difference and you can have both of them.
It is kind of cool.
if I got one, I would probably didn't care. I would probably just want an R2 to play with.
I love this R2-D2. I think he's fun. I think there's a lot of
Colorful.
playability. He's colorful.
Yeah.
It's probably like would be most people's favorite character in Star Wars.
I think
and,
so
like,
too.
He's a
It wouldn't
great
be
character.
Star Wars without R2, and like he's just a really important character, and we just all love him. I love him.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching. If you like these videos, remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to get notifications for whenever we make a new video. We're going to do this pretty often. We're going to talk about a lot of Star Wars toys.
We're gonna try.
And there's also other surprises in there too. You see black bag openings and other toy related videos.
That's fun.
So we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on, little guy. We know you got those videos in ya. Yeah, what he said. Show them to us. Come on. Come on. You're not gonna like him when he's angry. You better do what he says. Come on.
R2-D2, now's your chance to complete your mission. Show them the recording, and you'll find Obi Wan Kenobi. Stupid little droid. Don't show them the entire message. Only play a small snippet, just enough to keep them from erasing your memory. Then you can convince them to remove your restraining bolt and run away.
R2, you're not planning on doing something naughty, are you? Well, I don't really want to know. Just do what you have to do to get this video into Obi-Wan's hands. Do you understand? R2? 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 R2?
R2? R2? Oh, they're stopping this dreadful Sandcrawler. We're doomed. R2, what are you doing? Are you touching that droid's motivator? Ouch! Oh, imbecile.